Hello, welcome back. I am here for our tarot reading for the month of August. Actually doing it on the first day of August and not like 10 days later like I did for July. So hopefully you caught my full moon in Aquarius reading that I did before this. Yes, I did a costume change because I spilled food on myself. Not that you really care. So August and the sun in Leo, because I did not do a recording for that. I am still getting my groove on, figuring out how to get organized and schedule myself and just pay attention to things that are not my children as I move to transition to my business from being massage therapy based into more of the spiritual realm of things, including Reiki and tarot readings and holistic lifestyle coaching. So I'm very excited to be doing this on the first of the month, and I will not lie, when I read these first laid these cards out, I was like, what the hell does all of this mean? So I kind of just like left them out, walked away for a little bit, spilled some food on my dress, and now we are back. So it is my intention that this message finds whoever needs to hear it most. And if you like this video, please like it, and subscribe and drop a comment. Let me know what you'd like, if you feel called to do so. You can see my little Sophie dog hanging out behind me. So for the energy this month, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles showed up in the full moon reading of like what's no longer serving us. And so now we have the month, the energy for the month, Queen of Pentacles reversed. So clearly there's some theme here around the Queen of Pentacles energy being in flux, right? Like Pentacles is like our home, our finances, our stability, physical resources. And so with the Queen of Pentacles, there's like, you know, that earth mother energy, and it's kind of getting flipped on its head. Like it's like, okay, I'm done being a mom, let's focus on the self. Maybe some people could be moving this month, for those of you watching it. Maybe you're changing jobs, maybe you're not in alignment with the career that you are currently in, and this is being called to your attention. So then we move into love, or relationships in general, I like to say, because love takes all forms. And we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which when I laid these cards out, I was like, literally both of these cards were in the other reading. Like, I shuffled these cards. So the Wheel of Fortune reverse is telling us that maybe we're resistant some change in our relationships. You know, life evolves and changes and shifts and grows, and you know, if we can just let things happen and accept them for what they are. I'm reading the book Loving What Is by Byron Katie right now. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune reversed is like go read that book. Let yourself accept what is happening around you and try to do it as gracefully as possible, which is not always easy because we are just human, right? We are not perfect. And that is just life. There goes my dog. So then for money, finances, we have the Nine of Cups. Upright. Like only two cards are actually upright. Nine of Cups reverse, upright for money. You know, so we've got that Queen of Pentacles reversed energy is kind of showing us that, like, you know, things are changing, and we're kind of resistant to that with our relationships. But if we can kind of let go of the resistance, good things are going to come to us. We're going to have a lot of contentment, Prosperity, abundance is it's on its way. As long as we come from a place of love, right? We will receive abundance when we come from a place of love. And self-love is really coming up right now. Really important to follow our hearts, right? Enjoy what we're doing. Life is short, life is hard, and so how can we make the most of this life is by making sure we do the things that we enjoy, and that will give us the true prosperity, right? Success isn't always about like making $1 million. It's about enjoying the process it took to get the money that you do have. So we have work. We have the Six of Swords reversed. And again, going back to that Queen of Pentacles reversed energy, like we're in flux, like it's time to move on, but we're resisting it, right? It's really easy to stay in that comfortable energy, what we're used to. Our brains like things to be the same because it takes less energy. And that's how, when we were cavemen, we survived by conserving energy. So this is why it's really hard to break habits. And so when we are unhappy, it's really hard. Sometimes it can be really difficult to change that because we're comfortable with how things are. And, but it's time to move on, right? We've got this Wheel of Fortune energy in our relationships. And now we're seeing in the work, things are shifting and changing, right? And again, we're in the energy of Leo right now, which is like creative expression, having fun, love, embracing our true nature, right? Leo is ruled by the sun. So if you're not having fun, you need to assess that and figure out how to come into alignment with the self. And then for health, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. And so maybe, this is about breaking habits. I feel like we've got some bad habits that need to be broken. Again, we're talking about habits. And it's funny because even though he's like the Knight of Cups, this is really funny actually, in his little bicycle, he's got fruits and veggies in the basket. Right, so we need to break some habits when it comes to our health if we want to keep going, right? Like, yes, we want to enjoy ourselves, but are you here for a good time or for a long time? It's always the question. You can do both with some mindfulness. And spirit, we have the Five of Swords. So there's definitely some conflict going on, happening here around you. Again, if we think about like all the reversed cards, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Six of Swords reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed, and then, and then we have the Five of Swords. Like, things are in flux. We are resistant to change. Now, Wheel of Fortune reverse is really telling me, like, we are encountering changes that we are not happy about. We want things to be easy, to be simple, and that is creating conflict. If we can just surrender to what is, anybody watching this, recommend finding the book Loving What Is by Byron Katie. And then also The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I feel like those two books should be like read together, because I feel like what Gay Hendricks talks about is really supported in the work that Byron Katie talks about. Understanding our upper limit problem can help us break bad habits so that we can be here for a long time and still have a good time. And yeah, I think that about covers it. So August, is usually like that Leo, and so let me pull a couple cards for the energy of Leo. We have like 7 planets in retrograde. Again, I didn't do a reading for energy in Leo because I just didn't. I forgot. Okay, so Leo energy, and I just did a community reading on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Christy Spirka. I do community readings every Monday around 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I've switched days like 5 times, and every day of the week, Monday seems to work the best. But this week I had pulled the Three of Swords reversed, and so for the Leo energy, we have Three of Swords upright. So there's definitely like, and this kind of speaks back to that, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, like things are shifting and changing. We might be grieving that. You know, as we move through life, we can grieve loss or change of our identity. You know, as things shift out of our control, we can grieve that. So there's definitely honoring the need, honoring our grief in whatever shape or form is going to be really important, right? Because the more we shove down emotions, the more control they're going to have over us. So, you know, and this is for the Leo energy. So we got like about 2.5 weeks left of some Leo energy. So hopefully that'll change as we move into Virgo energy. But the beginning of August, we're going to be dealing with some grief. And then, we have Seven of Wands showing more conflict, and there can be some inner conflict going on. We've got like this Venus retrograde happening right now too. I mean, 7 planets are in retrograde right now. So there's a lot of time, like this whole period right now is about self-reflection, and like reassessing. And I swear to God, I say this every reading, reassessing that which no longer serves us and moving towards the greater good. And I feel like it's okay that that's in every reading, because that's just like the theme of life. Like things are shifting and changing, and it's okay to let go, right? Like trees fall from the leaves in the fall and they'll regrow again in the spring. It's just part of the cycle of life. And our third and final card for Leo season is the Devil reversed, showing us, and again, talking about that Knight of Cups reversed, like changing our habits. These next couple weeks are going to be really, you know, again, talking about that which no longer serves us. The Devil reversed is really showing us now's a good time to let go of these bad habits in a really deep and meaningful way. When I did my own personal reading for the full moon, we're talking about shifting habits. First thing that came to mind was like, gotta let go of this Candy Crush addiction. So that'll be my focus the next couple weeks. I've been working towards replacing it with other things, other games. Let's see if we can get rid of the cell phone games entirely. So, you know, and this could be part of why we're having some grief, right? As we're going through changing our habits, there's a grieving process around that, or creating a new reality, and that can be hard to adjust to. And that, you know, and that could be where that conflict of spirit is coming from. You know, we want to work to our greatest good, but it can be hard to make those changes, right? And that's, you know, people need people to survive. So if you need help, just find someone, you know, reach out, right? Like I feel like COVID really secluded us all from each other, and we are really craving connection in a really deep way. We're still recovering from that, and I feel like this summer especially has been really like supportive of like letting go of all that shit, that trauma, and learning to reach out and deepen our connection to people around us. It's gonna be really important. And so just little tidbit, final tidbit, I'll pull an archetype card. Let this truck go by. Ooh, the athlete. I feel like we pulled the athlete last time. Interesting. So we're still in the energy of the athlete, or maybe that was 2 readings ago. Either way, still in the energy of the athlete. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal will and spirit of strength of spirit, which speaks to changing those habits again. But then, you know, the shadow attributes is misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So we can like be like, oh, you know, we think we're like, our shit don't stink. Not true. Not true. We still have to remain authentic and humble. So breaking those habits, right? The Knight of Cups in the house sign showing us, you know, we need a little more discipline here. And who can we call upon to help facilitate the energy of changing our habits for the greater good, coming into energy of greater health? I have my Ascended Masters deck here. This card is popping. Ooh, Lady Nada. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. Interesting, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed in this reading, and now we're pulling Lady Nada, which I'm not sure who she is. But we have the energy of the mother here. So again, like that place of self-care, you know, not overdoing it. Don't burn the candle at both ends, my mother always used to tell me. Lady Nada is an Ascended Master, works with Saint Germain and Archangel Michael to bring about the balance of the male and female energies in our life, and to harmonize and best balance masculine and feminine energies within the self, which I feel like is really appropriate to facilitate the energy of the athlete, right? Like, again, pushing ourselves, pushing our boundaries, working to achieve, but doing it from a place of humility, and not doing it at the detriment of the self, right? Keeping the balance between doing enough to grow and become stronger, but not so much that it takes over everything and can cause injury. But we've, you know, it's a good time to do that. It's vacation season, so, you know, everything in moderation. Enjoy yourself, enjoy that Leo energy, but, you know, it feels like there's gonna be some heavy energy as we're as we're working our way through these retrograde planets, and things will start shifting again in a couple weeks. Well, then actually Mercury's going to be retrograde in a couple weeks, pretty soon. So more fun stuff. It's going to be really intense energy. So if you feel like you need some guidance, I am here to serve. My contact information is below. Please reach out if you have any questions about anything or would like your own personal reading. People need people to survive. I am here to help you on your journey. So on that note, thank you for joining me today on our reading for the month of August, some cards for the Leo energy, and I will be back again for the new moon in Leo, and you can find me on Facebook and join my community readings live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been a lot of fun, and the more people that join, the more fun it is. So thank you, and namaste.